What's going on, guys? I got a quick update here on Btbt. I was posting on my trading view, which is going to be probably hard to find at this point because it was probably so far back, but I was talking about on my trading view back here that I had an idea that if we were to hit 1122, which I posted right here on August 18th, that I was going to be putting a buy order down there, and that's what I posted this prior, but I talked about it when it was around this 1130 level. So I bought a big buy order at 1122, and based off of prior history here, on the last time we wicked all the way up here in the 30s and we came down, we did tap this area here quite a few times. Before ultimately we tapped it here at 10. We ripped back up. We came down, kept getting rejected up here at this $19 range, came down, didn't quite touch it, got bought up a little, rounded over, went sideways here on this same range, fell under, got resistance on this same range, and then we dropped into a huge downtrend, and then we broke out. Now I missed this breakout, unfortunately, but my dad actually, he was buying this down in the $6 range, and he was asking me when it was around $12, he goes, where should I sell this thing? And I said, looking at the chart, if I was you, I'd put a sell order up at $18.99. And I said, because in the past, $19 seemed to be a huge area of confluence, and that would be worth it to make that trade there. And even if it ripped higher, we could just pay attention to it getting confirmed support above the $19 range. And if not, it would probably come back down to this 1120 range. So if you wanted to, you could put a buy order down there. And he didn't put a buy order down in the 1120 range, but he got filled up at the $19 range, and it did shoot higher. It hit some of these other previous wicks, which, like I said, we could have went off of these wicks up in this 1920 or up here to $20 range. But to be more safe in my eyes for him was to just sell it in the $19 range and take those profits. And he did. And it was a beautiful, beautiful trade for him, even though he didn't know what he was doing buying down here. He didn't see any patterns. He doesn't know how to trade like that. But he made an awesome trade, and I was super proud of him for holding on and closing that out up there and not being too greedy. And that's what he did. So he made, he made $2,500 or something like that in the matter of just this little small amount of time, from July 27th to August 8th or something. And that was a great, great trade. So now I ended up keeping an eye on it after I saw it in the $19 range, and I waited and waited and waited with my buy orders down at 1120, and I got in at 1122, and it did wick below a little bit, and I got a little bit nervous, but I was like, you know what, as long as we can hold above and we don't close any candles below, using this as resistance again like we did back here, I think it's still primed and ready to go. So far, we got a nice bounce, and as BTC is breaking out here, this is going to leave us some room to rip up higher. Now, breaking this 1253 level, 1254, 1253 level, and holding above is the first sign of a breakout here of previous resistance. The second area that we're going to have to keep an eye on for BTBT before we can ultimately say this thing's going a lot higher is we need to break above this 1380 range. If you see over here in the past, right here on the left, you can see this consolidation over here. I know it's hard to see, but I'm driving right now, guys, so it's a little tough for me to do this. I know it's dangerous, but hey, I'm a dangerous guy. I'm a risk taker. So right here, we have a lot of consolidation right there at 1380 to about 1293. So that's roughly where we're getting resistance right now. We're inside that range. If I drew a straight box across, we would probably see it perfectly. But once we get above that 1380, it's pretty much a clear shot with no resistance up to about the 1763 level to about as high as much higher if BTC decides to go. But I would take the trade from 1380 to about 1763, or start putting stops into profit around the $18 level. Around the $16.50, $17 level or something like that. We could come back test the 1550 and then go higher. That's a possibility. I have a 1550 or 1618 right here of a little bit of struggle, so you could put a stop loss below that $16 range if you wanted, or just hold on to it till we reach some targets up here and then start putting stops into profits. Depends how you want to play it. That's how I'm playing it. I already loaded up here on some calls and on some position shares, and I have my targets set up here in this 1730 range, so I might take some profits up in that range. So that's my idea here. We'll see how it plays out. Like I said, in the past we've had some fake bounces and then we rip up and roll over. So we'll have to keep an eye. But of course, if Bitcoin decides to continue higher to about 51,000 to 50,000 before getting rejected, then that should shoot Btbt up at least to about the $16, $17 range, I would think. So that's just where my trading plan is, and I'm keeping an eye on this thing, and that's what I'm doing. So I wanted to let you guys know, if you didn't already see my trading view area, then to keep an eye on the 1380 range, because it could be a great entry price depending on if we can close some candles above it. You don't want to just get the first blast out, but that's totally up to you how you want to play it. And that's where I'm at. But if you enter now, you have to keep stops below this like 1236 daily low range probably, which is a little bit of a risk there, but we'll see how it plays out. But that's where I'm going with it. And I hope you guys like this update, and hit me the like button. And like I said in my prior Bitcoin video that I made, I have a microphone coming in today, so my video should sound a lot better in the quality. But for now, just try to deal with it, and hopefully you guys can hear me well enough. All right, peace.